Hi, I'm Miss Mary Jo with the Massanutten Regional Library. Glad you're joining me for stories today. I have a couple stories about ducks today, but before we start, let's do our Where is Thumpkin? Can you find your thumbs? Wiggle them a little bit, get them working, and then hide them behind your back. Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. So the first story that I'm going to read today is called Guji Guji, and it's written by Chi Yan Chen. Guji Guji. An egg was rolling on the ground. It rolled through the trees, it rolled across the meadow, it rolled all the way down the hill. Finally, it rolled right into a duck's nest. Wow, look how much bigger it is than the other eggs in that nest. Mother Duck didn't notice. She was reading. Soon enough, the eggs began to crack. The first duckling to hatch had blue spots. Mother Duck called him Crayon. The second duckling had brown stripes. Zebra, Mother Duck decided. The third duckling was yellow, and Mother Duck named him Moonlight. A rather odd-looking duckling hatched from the fourth egg. Guji Guji, he said, and that became his name. Mother Duck taught her 4 ducklings how to swim, how to dive, and how to waddle. Guji Guji always learned more quickly than the others. He was bigger and stronger, too. But no matter how quick they were or what they looked like, Mother Duck loved all her ducklings the same. Then one terrible day, 3 crocodiles came out of the lake. They looked a lot like Guji Guji. The crocodiles were smiling, and when they laughed with their mouths wide open, the whole world could see their big, pointed teeth. The 3 crocodiles saw Guji Guji and smiled some more. Look at that ridiculous crocodile. He's walking like a duck. Guji Guji heard them. I am not walking like a duck. I am a duck, he explained. The crocodiles laughed. Look at yourself. No feathers, no beak, no big webbed feet. What you have is blue-gray skin, sharp claws, pointed teeth, and the smell of bad crocodile. You are just like us. The first crocodile said, your blue-gray body lets you hide underwater without being seen so you can get close to fat, delicious ducks. The second crocodile said, big sharp claws help you hold fat, delicious ducks tightly so they don't get away. The third crocodile said, pointed teeth are necessary so you can chew fat, delicious ducks. Yum. They are not being nice, are they? The 3 crocodiles grinned. We know you live with the ducks. Take them to the bridge tomorrow and practice diving. We'll wait underneath with our mouths wide open. Why would I do that? Guji Guji asked. Why should I listen to you? Because we are all crocodiles and crocodiles help each other. The bad crocodiles grinned again and vanished into the grass. Guji Guji felt terrible. He sat by the lake to think. Is it true? Am I a bad crocodile too? He looked down into the lake and made a fierce face. Guji Guji laughed. He looked ridiculous. I am not a bad crocodile. Of course, I'm not exactly a duck either. But the 3 crocodiles are nasty and they want to eat my family. I must think of a way to stop them. Guji Guji thought and thought until finally he thought up a good idea. He went home happy and content. That night, the 3 bad crocodiles sharpened their pointed teeth, all the while thinking of fat, delicious ducks. They were ready for their feast. The next day, Guji Guji did as he'd been told. He took the flock of ducks to the bridge to practice diving. The 3 bad crocodiles were waiting for the ducks underneath the bridge. It wasn't fat, delicious ducks that dropped from the bridge, though. It was 3 big, hard rocks. The crocodiles bit down. Crack, crack, crack went their pointed teeth. The 3 bad crocodiles ran as fast as they could. In barely a minute, they were nowhere to be seen. Googie Googie had saved the ducks. Googie Googie was the duck hero of the day. That night, all the ducks danced and celebrated. Googie Googie continued to live with Mother Duck, Crayon, Zebra, and Moonlight, and every day he became a stronger and happier crocoduck. And there's his whole family. That's the end. The other duck story I have for you today is called Lucky Ducklings, and this one is written by Ava Moore, and the pictures are by Nancy Carpenter. And it says it's a true rescue story. So this must be a story that really happened once upon a time somewhere. The duck family lived in a pretty pond in a green park in a sunlit little town at the end of a long, long island. Early one morning, Mama Duck swam to shore. She hopped out onto the grass. Right behind her came Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. What a fine day for a walk. Off they went through the green park. Whack, whack, Mama Duck called to her brood, follow me. And Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe, lined up right behind her, and off they went. They came out of the park and into the town. The ducklings had a bite to eat. They found something in the garbage. Hot dogs, bread. Then they went on their way. Mama Duck went first. Do you see what she's walking across? It's a storm drain with little slots, little holes for the water to run through. Right behind her came Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. Oh dear! You see what happened? They all slipped through. That could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't, because someone saw what happened. Help, the woman cried. All the baby ducks fell into the storm drain. Call the fire department. People came to see what the matter was. They could hear the ducklings making a ruckus below. Quack, 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 quack. Mama Duck heard them too. She ran back to the storm drain and wouldn't let anyone near. Whack, whack, she said. Get away from my babies. Firemen Joe, Paul, and Dennis rushed to the rescue, but they couldn't open the grate. The ducklings were trapped. Oh dear, that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't, because a man named Perry had an idea. There was a big roll of cable in his pickup truck. He hooked the end of the cable to the grate and then switched on the motor. The cable tugged on the grate, and the grate popped off. Quack, 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 quack. Fireman Paul climbed down into the storm drain. Everyone waited, and when they saw Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe, everyone cheered. Fireman Joe picked up the bucket filled with ducklings and started to cross the road. He was going to take the ducklings back to the park. Mama Duck came running after him. Whack, 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 she cried. Bring my babies back. Oh dear, do you see? She ran right in front of a car. That could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't, because Fireman Dennis knew just what to do. Look at that. He stopped traffic for the ducks. At last, Mama Duck and her brood were together again, all safe and sound. Whack, whack, Mama Duck said. What lucky ducklings you are. Quack, 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 her ducklings agreed. The 5 lucky ducklings lined up behind their mama, and off they went. Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. And that is the end of the story. So that's how those lucky ducklings got rescued. And you know what? Oh, it's been a few years ago now when I first saw this story at the library and I was reading it to kids, and I saw on the news that something like that happened here in Harrisonburg, that some little baby ducklings fell down a storm drain, and I think in that story some police officers crawled down to get them out. So it happens sometimes in the spring with the little baby ducklings. Well, thanks for listening to my stories. I'll see you next time. Bye.